Welcome back to the channel, Hobby-Wan Kenobi here. Before we begin, I would like to ask that you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to receive future notifications for videos, and if you enjoy this or any of my other videos, please do hit the like button. All of your likes help my channel to grow and allows for many more future videos. Thank you. I am continuing work on the AFV Club M107. At this point, much of the model has been constructed. However, I will thin out a few pieces using an X-Acto blade and sanding sticks. Once the piece looks thin enough, it is glued in place. At this point, I also spent some time adding seatbelts with Tamiya tape, a few bits of plastic, and metal buckles from an old photo etch set. Next, it was time to remove pin marks from the shovel. These are found inside the curve, which is a little difficult to remove. I find that a wide, seam-lined scriber works best for this kind of work. The one I use is from Display and comes with several different sized chisels. By scraping the tool both forward and backward, most of the material is removed. I follow up with sanding sticks to remove the rest of the material and any large scratches. Tamiya extra thin cement is used to glue the parts together, and I squeeze them to fill the seam with the melted plastic. Next, I learned that the crews of the M107 needed to douse the inside of the cannon to put out any remaining hot embers before the next projectile is inserted. I found a few photos in the David Doyle book that showed one crew using a baseball bat covered with a rag and placed in a bucket of water standing by. I decided to scratch build a baseball bat with plastic rod. The bat was shaped with a blade, and I checked the length of the bat against the dimensions of a typical wooden baseball bat. I can't wait to see how this turns out after painting. Several attempts were made to make a bucket. After a few tries with plastic sheet, I decided to curl thin brass sheet, then solder at the seam. And this is how it turned out. Next, it was time to put the tracks together. These are an aftermarket set, I think made of pewter, from our model. These are truly outstanding. I am showing you how easily they go together. Putting them all together didn't take long at all. They also didn't require any cleanup of seams, and their holes did not need to be re-drilled. I highly recommend getting this set. After I primed the tracks, I painted them a light reddish brown followed with NATO black on the rubber pads. After that was allowed to dry, I started to weather them with artist oils. I mix up a grayish dirt color, then applied it haphazardly. With this initial painting, I simply wanted to break up the uniformity of colors on the tracks. More weathering will be added later on down the line. The model next received its base coat, which is a mixture of Tamiya greens and grays, topped off with several coats of Mission Models gloss. After the AFV Club decals were applied, I began to take a closer look at them and found that they lacked clarity, and found that the star in fact had several small holes in it. I promptly removed them as fast as I could without even taking time to film the process. I was lucky enough to have a set of the Tamiya M107 decals lying around and applied them to the model. These were of much higher quality and went down without incident. After receiving a few more coats of gloss, the model is ready for an oil wash. I mixed brown, black, and a little white to achieve just the right dirty black I wanted. I thinned it heavily with turpenoid and began to add it to all of the details and crevices. There are a lot of small parts on the cannon base of this model, so take care when adding and removing wash. Something is bound to break off. After the wash had been dried, I began to remove most of it with a soft brush and Q-tips. In the next video, I will apply the flat coat and begin weathering the vehicle. Well, thank you so much for watching. Please do hit subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.